Turkish Lover by Esmeralda Santiago. Although Esmeralda was born in 1948 in Puerto Rico, she had to move at the age of 13 with her mother and siblings to the USA. In fact, she could not visit Puerto Rico again until 1973. After studying theatre and dance at the New York School of Performing Arts, she entered Harvard University. Her transcultural experiences growing up poor and disenfranchised inspires her writing and forms the backbone of 3 memoirs, 3 novels, 2 anthologies, and numerous essays. Back in Puerto Rico, she founded a production company called Canto Media with her husband, Frank Cantor, and began writing the texts of educational programs they produced while publishing opinion articles in various American newspapers and magazines. In 1994, she began her literary career with her autobiographical works and memoirs, When I Was Puerto Rican, Almost a Woman, and Turkish Lover. In 2008, Santiago suffered a stroke that affected her abilities to read and write. However, through her determination to overcome this major setback, she developed her own strict rehabilitation routines that led her to recovery and being able to write again. The amazing outcome was her historical novel, Conquistadora, published in 2011. To this day, Conquistadora is Santiago's most accomplished novel.
Set in the 1800s, the new epic novel Conquistadora tells 2 coming-of-age stories. One of its heroine, Ana Cubillas, the daughter of Spanish aristocrats who becomes head of a plantation in the New World, and the other of Puerto Rico itself. Its author, Esmeralda Santiago, came to the United States from Puerto Rico when she was 13. She's author of the memoirs When I Was Puerto Rican, Almost a Woman, and The Turkish Lover, and the novel America's Dream, and she joins me now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, this is an ambitious, big story. Did you set out with the idea of telling so much scope?
Well, I started out by trying to understand my ancestors, because I come from...
Your own ancestors.
My own ancestors. I come from poor, landless peasants who left no records. And so I began to read the story of Puerto Rico. And the more I read the story, the more I realized I would never find my own ancestors, but I could make my imaginary ancestors. And so the book emerges as a result of my trying to create them, to create the people that might have been. So.
Esmeralda considers herself a women's writer, as she once told journalist Carmen Dolores Hernandez. I write for women. I don't care if men read my work. It doesn't matter to me. I'm very deliberate about that. And just as the author tries to reach out to women in her narratives, her female characters are examples of how Puerto Rican women struggle and endure the oppressive conditions ingrained in their own culture and society, as well as those they confront in the USA. Although Santiago writes primarily in English, she has participated in the translation of some of her novels into Spanish. Most of her works to date have been translated into Spanish and several other languages. In this novel, Turkish Lover, Esmeralda recounts her memories of a complex and abusive relationship with an older and controlling Turkish man and her ability to walk away, pursue her education aspirations, and eventually find her way to become the successful and talented writer that she is today. This 3rd installment of her memoir is about the struggle to leave home and forge an authentic bilingual and bicultural identity, which was described as a tale of liberation. In this long-awaited 3rd installment, Esmeralda finally breaks out of the monumental struggle with her powerful mother, only to be caught in the spell of an exotic love affair. At the heart of the story is her relationship with El Turco, Ese, the Turk, a passion that gradually becomes a prison and from which she must emerge to become herself. Somewhat darker than her previous installments, this last volume keeps the reader in tension and excited to know what happens next. Santiago's descriptions are rich, long stretches of sameness interrupted by moments of great excitement or despair. Through vivid prose and unflinching honesty, Santiago delves into the complexities of desire, identity, and empowerment, crafting a narrative that is as heart-wrenching as it is inspiring. This last volume of the trilogy, Turkish Lover, offers an unforgettable exploration of the sacrifices, challenges, and ultimate triumphs that define the quest for selfhood. This memoir is a tale of liberation, desperation, and the crippling grip of love. The Nuyorican and Hispanic writers. Thanks for watching.